Steve Harvey sat in his car, his home, his sanctuary, his prison. A rusted-out 1976 Ford Tempo, parked behind a gas station or tucked in the corner of a hotel lot, was where he spent countless nights staring through the cracked windshield at a sky that sometimes looked too big for a man with no address. He wasn't a drug addict. He wasn't lazy. He was just a man chasing a dream so wild and distant, it took everything he had, his job, his marriage, and eventually his apartment. With no money left, the car was all he had. Every morning, before the sun rose, Steve would head to public restrooms at rest stops or gas stations. He carried a small gym bag with a towel, a bar of soap, toothpaste, and deodorant. He'd wash himself in bathroom sinks, patting himself dry with paper towels, making sure no one saw the shame behind his smile. Sometimes he'd sneak into hotel lobbies, pretending to be a guest just to use a cleaner restroom. It wasn't glamorous, but it was survival. He kept his suits in the car, carefully folded and hung from the windows so they wouldn't wrinkle too badly. Before shows, he'd change in the backseat or a dingy bathroom stall, brushing lint off his jacket and looking at his reflection in a cracked mirror, telling himself, "This ain't where it ends." Despite everything, Steve stayed on the grind, doing small comedy gigs, calling in favors, holding on to hope like a lifeline. But it was a voicemail that turned everything. Steve had no home phone, but his father, still rooting for his son from a distance, let him check messages on his answering machine from time to time. Steve nearly didn't bother one day, assuming it was just another bill collector or dead-end call. But something told him to check it. He dialed in. "Mr. Harvey," the message began, "we saw a recent set you did. We want you to come to the showtime at the Apollo. Can you make it to New York this Sunday?" Steve dropped the phone. The tears came fast, hot, unstoppable. He had exactly $35 to his name, and a tank of gas wasn't going to get him from Florida to New York. But this was the door he had begged God for, the one he promised to walk through and tell the world about if it ever opened. He scrambled, did another quick show, borrowed some money, and he made it to Harlem. He crushed it at the Apollo. The crowd roared. He had never felt anything like it. That one voicemail became the turning point. What followed was a cascade of blessings. More shows, a manager, then television, radio, books, game shows, and finally, worldwide recognition. But through it all, Steve never let go of the memory of those hard years, when he was washing up in gas station sinks and sleeping under a blanket of dreams in the back of a car. Today, he tells the story not just to inspire, but to remind people, if you're going through hell, keep going. Don't pitch a tent there. Keep walking. He made a vow to God in that car. "If you get me through this, I'll tell the world." And he kept his promise. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Be sure to come back for more inspiring videos about never giving up, no matter how dark things seem. The only way from rock bottom is up. God bless.